This morning on the morning show, we had some fun because Jeff met you back in apparently 1995. I think he met both of you, and there's a picture up on our website of the two of you.
What were we doing?
You were behaving, but it was what you were wearing that we were more concerned.
Yeah, tell me, what was I wearing? What was I wearing?
Tell him, Jeff.
Well, you had
dressed like a rodeo clown.
it was a notch below that. It was no, you had cool sunglasses on. You had like a
It was like a hat that kind of like went off to the side. Totally 90s.
This is in an era when Axl Rose was wearing baseball catcher equipment and kilts, man. It couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Well, he had on a vest, so he was the one we were more concerned with.
I was a really poor dresser. Very, very poor dresser.
Well, you know what I love too about the Goo Goo Dolls is that it's really the main idea I feel like of your band is don't give up and don't quit. Because just when you felt like it wasn't going to hit is when it did, right?
Yeah. Well, I was married, and I was on the back end of my 20s, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to go back to school and get a real life. Mm-hmm. And then I wrote a song that, bam, and it hit.
Was it Name?
Yeah, Name was the first one that got us some success. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then kind of after that, you had Writer's Block, and then Iris came out.
Yeah, Writer's Block. I believed in Writer's Block at that time. Now I don't believe it exists anymore.
Okay.
That's good.
It's just a question of being able to tolerate the frustration of writing bad material, because that's what you do mostly. You mostly write bad stuff.
So for every 10, you get one good one?
I'd say for every 100, you get one good one. But maybe 2. My batting average is better than most people's.
Oh, don't use baseball analogies. He's going to go nuts. He's a big baseball guy.
To take me out to the ball game, so they like baseball analogies. I can tell.
Yes.
Well, it was a couple of my first bosses actually were Mike Stern and Tom Calderone, who just always used to sing your praises when you guys were first. Yeah, how about Calderone, right?
Where did you work with Calderone?
He was in Buffalo, right?
Right, yeah.
And I was in Dayton, but he was our consultant.
Oh, wow.
So he rolls in and he's like, "You got to check out this band, the Goo Goo Dolls," and of course that's when Name broke.
Yeah,
and then
a big supporter.
Huge, right?
Yes. Still is. I mean, I don't know where he went.
I think it was at MTV.
No, he was
right?
running that whole show, but he's not there anymore.
Okay.
We knew him since the college radio days when the payola was in 16-ounce draft beers.
Right.
You know?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you buy a guy a 6-pack and he'd play your song on the radio.
Oh yeah,
100-watt college radio, WBNY. That's where Tom Calderone got started.
Well, that's how we started playing So Live. We got you guys sent us a 6-pack and we put it in.
Yeah,
right.
There he is, man.
We went old school. I like it. Actually, this is really cool. There's a soft spot for the Goo Goo Dolls in Dayton, I think, because right after Name broke, you guys did the Bush Goo Goo Dolls No Doubt tour, and you brought it to town.
Yes.
But then a few years ago, I think it was like 2010, you guys were rehearsing for your world tour, and you came here for like a week and played at Hare Arena.
Yeah, that's where we were at. That was a lot of fun. I was driving through Dayton today, coming up from Cincinnati, and I was actually in Kentucky, but then I was driving through Dayton. I was like, oh my God, I remember this. We spent a whole week here. I was a mess. Yeah.
Any good stories from your week here?
My tech Andy is from Columbus, and so he had seen like tons and tons of rock shows there, so he was super, super excited. So we went in, and it was really only like us and our crew and like a dozen like various rodents kind of running around the place, so it wasn't like the height of excitement like when Kiss was there or Zeppelin or anything, but it was fun though. We had a good time.
You have a good voice.
Thank you.
Somewhere out there
happening?
I gotta say, your hair is pretty sweet. So
I didn't. Well, yeah, okay. Thank you.
It. Yeah, it's kind of hot.
Don't touch it. It's perfect.
I was getting ready to. I was just getting ready to touch it.
I didn't wash it today. That's why.